Also at stake this election is the balance of power in Congress, and that could actually be decided by voters here in California, where there are 52 House seats, and a handful of these races are among the closest and most expensive in the country. And right now, Republicans, you see there, have just a slim majority in the House. But there are 5 seats right here in the Golden State that Democrats are looking to flip. And for more on that, I want to bring in California Democratic Party Chair Rusty Hicks. Rusty, thank you so much for being here with us today. We appreciate your time.
Great to be with you.
Of course, so let's be granular if we can here. I want to talk about District 13. This is a heavily agricultural district in the northern part of the Central Valley, and some consider the Republican incumbent there, John Duarte, really vulnerable. Reminding our viewers, he won by just over 500 votes. But this is also a district that heavily favored Biden in 2020, and the registration leans Democratic there. So what are your thoughts on the challenger, Adam Gray?
Well, we came up 564 votes short exactly. And Adam Gray, who is stepping forward once again and hopes to be successful, and I believe that he will be. He has been working incredibly hard over the last 2 years, and so have we. We have been investing in on-the-ground infrastructure to be able to win an incredibly close race. And so I'm excited about the opportunity in the 13th and believe that Adam Gray will be the next member of Congress from the 13th Congressional District.
All right, so it flipped red for the first time since 1974 in the last election. It's interesting. Let's look at District 27 if we can. This one's in the northern part of LA County. It's home to several aerospace manufacturing companies. And the Democratic challenger there, George Whitesides, was the former chief of staff for NASA in the Obama administration. He is heavily outspending the incumbent Republican, Mike Garcia, who's painted him as an extreme liberal, though. So how are you looking at that race?
Well, it couldn't be further from the truth, and I think it's Mike Garcia trying to deflect and defend his own record. Certainly, George Whiteside has been a phenomenal leader for our country, especially in the aerospace field, and has brought that leadership back to the Antelope Valley and Santa Clarita, and I believe will be the next member of Congress from the 27th Congressional District. He's connected to the district, and certainly he has raised the resources to be able to communicate to voters all across that district. So a great opportunity there for Democrats as well.
And can you tell me a little bit about the spending here from the national part of the party? How much money and effort is going into some of these California House races, and why should the country be paying attention to California this election?
Well, I think significant resources have been invested in California because everyone recognizes that the House of Representatives runs through California. And in many ways, our democracy runs through California. Obviously, the race for the White House is going to be incredibly close. And these races are not going to be decided, these congressional races are not going to be decided by tens of thousands of votes. In some cases, not even thousands of votes. They're going to be decided by hundreds of votes. And so that's why we've continued to work hard on the ground, making those phone calls, knocking on those doors, sending those text messages, even writing those postcards, whatever it takes to turn out every vote and ensure that every voter has the opportunity to have their voices heard on Election Day.
What are some of the issues that you're hearing from voters that are the most important to them, especially in some of these battleground districts?
Well, certainly issues related to the cost of living, the issues related to housing, the issues related to reproductive freedom. And it's been California Democrats that have stepped forward and helped advance these important issues, both here in California and in many ways been a model for the rest of the country. And so, you know, our volunteers, our VIPs, as some like to say, our volunteers in politics, are doing the hard work to communicate the message of California Democrats, but also of our phenomenal candidates to help win these seats on Election Day.
We know that Adam Schiff has a pretty comfortable lead in his bid for Senate, has been campaigning out there. Has he been campaigning for some of these candidates in these battleground districts?
Certainly, Adam Schiff is going to be a phenomenal United States Senator from California, and he's well positioned to be successful on Election Day. But he's the hardest working candidate that's well positioned to win out of all the candidates that we have. He is traveling up and down the state, going to communities big and small, making sure that he connects with 20 million voters all across California.
All right, California Democratic Party Chair Rusty Hicks, we appreciate your time. Thank you for being here with us.
Great to be with you.